Alright, so let me reset this really quick. I didn't have my SD card inserted. Um, we're going to go ahead. We are going to install some emulators today and a couple channel forwarders and then put some ROMs on. So first what we're going to start off by doing, um, I have to go into the Home Brew channel because my forwarder, I don't have the boot.dol file in the correct place, so we'll go in through the browser, or through the Homebrew channel to get to the browser. And so we will go ahead and load it. Make sure you're connected to the internet because it will have to connect. And if this is the first time you're going into the Homebrew browser, you're going to see some extra stuff on the bottom. Um, you're going to see it's going to talk about extracting a zip file and not to exit. So anyways, we'll go ahead, we'll go over to emulators real quick. And it's going to take a minute for it to switch over. It hasn't froze up on us, it just takes a while. And so some images may load up, some may not. It really doesn't matter. So anyways, what we're going to do first, here's the channel installer. We don't want to do that yet. Go ahead and install the FCE Ultra GX, which is the Nintendo emulator, or Super Nintendo works, because those two channel forwarders are actually on here. So once you're done with that, go ahead and click on the channel installer, depending on what you selected there. Once we are done with that, you can go ahead and return to the loader. And so now, if you go back and exit to the system menu, you should now see, if you installed both of them, you'll be seeing those now. You may have to go back and um, find them from a different page. I actually moved mine and configured it this way, so um, that is that part. We will go ahead, we'll jump onto the computer real fast, and we'll show you what to do, where to put the WAD files. Like for instance, Wii64 is the example I will be using, because there's no channel forwarder on the Homebrew browser. You have to actually install that yourself. So we will go ahead, we will stop this video, go ahead, jump on the computer, get the WAD file transferred over, and get some ROMs loaded on there. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we are going to not only install a few ROMs, we are also going to install a channel forwarder, which is to get get your application on the home screen as a channel. So first what we want to do, we want to open up the SD card. Second, we want to go and find the WAD file that you want to install there. We'll do Wii64 for example. I already have it, so I'm not going to copy and paste it, but you just go over here, right click, paste it, and there's your WAD file. Make sure obviously there's going to be a WAD folder on the root of your SD card. If there is not, you do need to create one. So now that we have that done, we'll go ahead and do a couple ROMs real quick. I already have a few. We will do Monopoly works. So whenever you see the little exclamation point here, even though this says V1, anytime you see that, you generally want to download that version.
Now let's say you had Monopoly U v without the v1.1.smc, and there were no other files that had that exclamation point. Then you would download that one. Well, not download, I guess transfer. So I'm gonna just bring this over, drop it in there, and so there is Monopoly. And can always rename that if you want. So it doesn't show any of that. And so that's really it for installing ROMs. I mean, there's really nothing more to it. What you do have to do, I mean, as you saw me doing, you have to click the zip file and then extract the file manually. So I already went through, I extracted um, every version on here, or every game that I could pronounce, basically. Manually extracted. It took me about 4.5 hours to do that, and then, because I mean, if you look, $1,859 items. I skipped over maybe 100 or so, 200. But yeah, manually extract them. It took me about 4.5 hours to get, the 1,500 or so manually extracted into a separate folder, along with the 316 USA N64 ROMs. So, anyways, we'll go ahead. We will jump back to the computer real quick, and yeah, we will go from there. Or actually, let me rephrase that. Jump back to the Wii. My bad. But yeah, and we're gonna go from there.
Alright, so now that we're back at the Wii, let's go ahead, go into the Home Brew channel. And once we are in there, let's go ahead and go all the way over, go to your multi-mod manager or whatever your WAD manager is. And so now we go down, we click on the WAD manager and scroll down. So there's Wii64. Pull it up there, press A to proceed, press B to return. There we go. And so you guys should now be seeing that when we go back to the home screen. Um, just go ahead, get back to the main screen there, press the home button. Press the home button one more time. Go to the system menu. And so now you guys should be seeing the Wii 64 emulator. And so now I guess the only thing to do is to check out those Super Nintendo ROMs that I had uploaded. Or transferred, I guess you'd say. And so there we have it. So we will go ahead, let's Super Mario World 2. Yeah, really, a long, long time ago. Look at these graphics. 1995. Wow, I was 5 years old. So, anyways, guys, I mean, that's the video right there. It's really easy. You know what's really great about this, too? You didn't have this option. Well, if you grew up playing, Sega and Super Nintendo like I did, you didn't have the option to save your game. Well, you can save your game in on the Wii. Every single emulator has a save file, so you can save your game, save where you're at. It's pretty awesome. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I will include the Wii 64. Give me 1 second, actually. Let me get on the computer really quick. Minimize that. So I will go ahead and I will include the Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, and the Wii 64. So other than that, guys, that's the video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help anybody that's struggling with it. Other than that, I mean, if you like the video and you want to see more similar to it, go ahead and subscribe to me, please. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it.